Abuja Love Stories, When the Jacarandas Bloom. Written and narrated by Hauwa Ado.
Some people enter your life with noise, while others enter quietly, just like the rain, until one day you realized everything has begun to bloom. Hi my loves, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hauwa Ado, and this is When the Jacaranda Blooms, Chapter 2. The bookstore grew quiet again. Outside, the rain drummed softly against the large glass windows, turning the streets of Abuja into shimmering ribbons of reflected light. For a brief moment, neither of them moved. The hardcover novel still rested between their hands. Hadiza was the first to let go. I think you were reaching for that first. Ibrahim smiles gently. I think we reached for it at exactly the same time. So she laughed. So, do we negotiate? Architects don't negotiate. Oh, really? Yes, we redesign situations. She raised an eyebrow. And how would you redesign this one? She said. He picked up another copy from the shelf and handed it to her. Now, we both win. She blinked, then smiled shyly. There was something unusually calming about him. Not because he talked a lot, because he actually didn't. His words just felt intentional. The elderly cashier who had watched the entire exchange from behind the counter smiled knowingly. Young man, Ibrahim turned. You owe the lady coffee. Really? Why so? Ibrahim looked genuinely confused. I beg your pardon. You knocked down her books. Hadiza laughed so suddenly she had to cover her mouth. She knocked mine over too. Exactly why you need to buy her coffee. The old man folded his newspaper with theatrical seriousness. So, the only fair solution is actually buying her coffee. I repeat myself. Do I need to come to you? Oh, no, sorry. He turned to Hadiza, who couldn't stop laughing, and said, I think this man has chosen his side. I've chosen peace, man, not a side. The three of them burst into laughter. The cafe inside the bookstore occupied a quiet corner overlooking the rain-soaked streets. One pendant light glowed above polished wooden tables. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee drifted through the room. Soft instrumental Hausa music played quietly in the background. Hadiza paused beside the counter. I should warn you, she said. Ibrahim looked at her. I have terrible tastes in coffee. He smiled. That's impossible. I'm serious, she said. I've been told I drink dessert pretending to be coffee. He chuckled. I drink mine black. No sugar? No sugar. She stared at him. That sounds brave, she said. Or boring, yes? Definitely boring. He laughed again. It surprised him how easily she made him laugh, because it had been a long time ago. They settled beside the window. For a few moments, neither spoke, not because the silence felt uncomfortable, because it didn't. Sometimes silence says, you're safe here with me. So, Hadiza finally asked, do you always rescue strangers with replacement books? Only on Thursdays, she smiled. What happens on Fridays? Oh, I avoid bookstores, he said. Why? Because they are dangerous. She frowned playfully. Because of falling books? No, because unexpected conversations have a way of changing your plans. She looked down at her coffee. For reasons she couldn't explain, that sentence stayed with her for a while. So what do? She asked. I'm an architect. She nodded slowly. I should have guessed. He looked surprised. Yeah, you carry yourself like someone who notices details. And you? She stirred her latte absent-mindedly. I'm an interior decorator. Sorry, designer. His eyes lit up. What's the difference? Believe me, I'm an interior designer, she said. Seriously? She smiled. Yes. Is that a good reaction from you? He said, "It's a perfect one." "How do you mean?" "You create beauty inside spaces, and I create spaces." She tilted her head ever so slightly. So, we've technically been working together for years without meeting." They both laughed. Across the cafe, the elderly cashier quietly whispered to a waitress, "I'll give it 2 months." And the waitress smiled and said, "I'll say 6. "Why?" the elderly man asked. And she said, "'Cause they are both too perfect." Their conversation wandered effortlessly. Books, architecture, favorite places in Abuja, the smell of rain, childhood memories, faith, family, and dreams. Neither realized that almost 2 hours had passed. "I should probably go." Hadiza glanced outside. The rain has stopped. So it has. Neither moved. Instead, both reached for their cups at exactly the same time. Again, they laughed. "This is becoming a habit, I noticed." As they stood to leave, Ibrahim hesitated. It wasn't like him. He wasn't impulsive. He wasn't the kind of man who asked strangers for their numbers. Yet something inside him quietly insisted, "Don't let this be the last conversation." He cleared his throat, "If you ever need an architect for one of your projects." She smiled knowingly. "That's a very professional way of asking for my number, you know." He looked mildly embarrassed. She couldn't help laughing. "I appreciate honesty more." He smiled. "So do I." She picked up her phone. "I suppose future buildings deserve a chance too." He typed his name into her contacts. Ibrahim Musa. She handed him his phone. He saved hers too. Hadiza Bello. Simple. No emojis, no hearts, just names. Neither of them knew they would one day become each other's favorite notification. Outside the bookstore, the evening air smelled so fresh. Street lights reflected off puddles. Cars moved slowly through the wet roads. "I parked this way." "So did I," she said. They walked together in comfortable silence. Near the parking lot, they stopped. "This is me," he nodded. "This is me too." Another silence settled, the kind neither wanted to end. "Well," she smiled. "Thank you." "For the coffee?" "No, for proving architects can negotiate." He laughed. "And thank you," he said, "for teaching me coffee doesn't always have to be black." "Oh," she raised her cup slightly. "And books don't always have to stay on shelf." He watched her drive away. Only after her car disappeared around the corner did he realize he was actually smiling. On the drive home, Hadiza's phone rang. It was Mariam. "Finally," she screeched when Hadiza picked. Hadiza laughed. I know. You disappeared. I got distracted." "Oh, really? Books?" "A little." Mariam gasped dramatically. "You met someone?" she exclaimed. "What?" "I know that voice." "What voice?" "The one Mama used after Baba proposed." Hadiza nearly choked on her laughter. "Mariam," she exclaimed, "I'm serious. It was just coffee." "Coffee today?" Mariam grinned through the phone. "Wedding jollof tomorrow. Who knows?" Hadiza shook her head, smiling all the way home. "You are impossible." "No," Mariam replied confidently. "I'm usually right." Across the city, Shegun walked into Ibrahim's office carrying suya. He stopped slowly, very slowly, and narrowed his eyes. "Ibrahim?" "Yes." "Why are you smiling at your phone?" "I wasn't." "You definitely were." "I wasn't." Shegun placed the suya on the table, then leaned closer. "Who is Hadiza Bello?" he asked. Silence. Then, for the first time in 3 years, Ibrahim blushed. Sometimes destiny doesn't announce itself with fireworks. Sometimes it begins with spilled books, shared coffee, and a name saved on a phone. Who knows? You just might meet your soulmate in a cafe. See you again next time. This is Hauwa. Bye for now.